Have you fallen into an open manhole recently? Do you find yourself in the company of strangers? Well, then you might very well be in the feature Underground. Until I decide otherwise, my name is Hunter Lanier, and I am here today with a review of the upcoming film Jurassic World No colon, Rebirth. Just a little backstory to this review. They screened the movie for critics on Monday, and the movie is coming out on Wednesday. So I didn't have as much time as I normally do to collect my thoughts and then to organize them into a nice little package. Therefore, this review will be a little more stream of consciousness than the others. It's probably going to be a lot shorter too, because why put any more effort into the review than the filmmakers put into the movie? This movie is bad. Not bad in a swing and a miss kind of way, which can be interesting, but bad in a perfunctory sort of way. You would think that making a big Hollywood movie about man-eating monsters was as boring as sitting in a cubicle working on Excel spreadsheets. Scarlett Johansson, who has read a lot of great scripts in her time, this is a woman that once held the script to match point in her hands. She looks as if she has read the script, knows how terrible it is, and just thought, why bother? Even the T-Rex looks like he's just here to buy his mother a house. And I can't say I even blame them, because the movie's writing is exactly what you would expect from one of these big budget summer films that knock each other off of the conveyor belt and to eventually become streaming fodder. And these movies are almost hard to talk about and to review because what can you say about them that hasn't been said a million times? They're kind of just making the same movies over and over again. Each character is a flat archetype. The movie never takes any chances with any of them. There's no majesty to the dinosaurs anymore, and this whole genetically modified angle I'm not into because part of the fun of the original movie was that you get to see dinosaurs, what they might have looked like, what they might have sounded like, how they might have moved. We're at the point now where these are just bad Godzilla movies. The designs of the genetically modified dinosaurs aren't even fun. They just slap a big forehead on a T-Rex. You could forgive the terrible characters and the terrible writing if the movie was fun. After all, you're probably here for the big scary dinosaurs, not for the characterization. Who cares if Scarlett Johansson is ODing on melatonin? But all of the set pieces in the film are just as uninspired. Ever since I saw the movie, I've been thinking, how did they even pitch this? How do you even have the cojones to pitch this to someone? Imagine this pitch. Okay, guys, they're on a boat, and there's a big dinosaur in the water, and the dinosaur is way bigger than the boat. And it's rocking the boat back and forth. Everyone's scared. They're trying to shoot the dinosaur, but they miss. And then one of the characters falls off the boat, but is caught, and they pull her back up. And then they shoot the dinosaur. Who hears that pitch for a set piece and writes a big check for it? Okay, fine, maybe the script sucks, but you can elevate it through some really inventive and exciting choreography a la Mad Max. But no effort is given to that either because, that would be hard. Perhaps a good way to make these movies fun again is to lean into the horror angle. Because that original movie, as many people have noted, is more of a horror movie than it is an action-adventure movie. After I saw Jurassic Park as a kid, it took me a long time before I would go anywhere near a place that had big trees. Because if dinosaurs had somehow slipped past everyone else's attention and were waiting just for me to walk by, they would set up shop in some big trees. Jurassic World No colon Rebirth is not going to scare any children. There's even a cute little dinosaur in the movie that exists for no other purpose than to sell merchandise. The dinosaurs look extremely fake. All the verisimilitude of the original is gone. There is one scene in a convenience store which has a dinosaur that actually looks pretty good. I don't know what they did differently there, if it was just the lighting, but it looked markedly better than the rest of the movie. And again, going off of that horror angle, if the film wasn't so afraid to let characters die or even to get seriously hurt, there's a character in this movie that falls from a huge height, hits some trees, and then lands in a riverbed. And he's fine. If these films started to feel dangerous again, then you might, again, be able to look past the writing, look past the dumb characters, and just give yourself over to some schlocky 1950s camp. But nope, all of the nice characters get to live, and all of the meanie characters get to die. And they don't even die in ways that are fun or gross. They just get eaten. Just eaten. Not a big deal. They go in the mouth. There's like a couple of chews, and then they go kind of disappear. It cuts away. That's all they could come up with. It's no wonder everyone in the film looks so bored because they know what's going to happen in the movie, and it's boring. At its best, Jurassic World Rebirth is like watching a Beatles cover band at your local high school's talent show. It tries painfully hard to recreate that Spielberg magic just by memorizing his chords and lyrics, and it actually thinks that's enough. Perhaps the worst moment in the entire movie is the moment when the John Williams score kicks in as the camera pans across a herd of dinosaurs. The moment is borderline disrespectful because there's no reason to use the music. The movie hasn't earned it. It's not an emotional moment. They're rehashing a moment from the. I gave F1 no colon the movie a bad review earlier this month, but after watching Jurassic World no colon Rebirth, F1 looks like the grapes of wrath now. Well, those are all my thoughts. Now's the time for you to let me know your thoughts on my thoughts. I'm planning on seeing Superman on Monday. We'll see how that goes. So probably expect a review of that on Wednesday. I very much want to get out another Feature Pantheon video since I feel like I need a palate cleanser after reviewing so many of these summer movies. And I'm a little afraid that Superman is not going to help the situation, but I will remain open-minded. Until then, I handeth over to you, especially to you dinosaurs who better stay dead, the comforting reminder that every day underground is a good day.